Hello everyone, welcome to the Charkitect YouTube channel, and today I will be walking you through my 1994 Toyota Land Cruiser. We bought this Land Cruiser in summer of 2023 and have been working on it on and off for the past year or so, repainting it because it was down to bare metal in many spots. We put front and rear bumpers on and some lights and interior stuff, and I'll just be walking you through all of that today. So for the front bumper, I went with the Descent Off-Road Ultra High Clearance front bumper, and I opted to go with the modular bull bar, so I can have this center section, and I can take these sections off, or I can just strip it down to just that platform. And then for the lights, these center lights are 6-inch Rigid Industry LED drive lights. And over here I have 6-inch Rigid Industries LED fog lights and Descent Off-Road's 3/4-inch sequential bullet lights that act as turn signals, and they sync up with these turn signals up here. I've also installed a 4-foot CB radio antenna, as you can see here, and bracket. This did not come with the bumper. I went to a Love's truck stop and got all this stuff. So I also have a 12,500 pound winch from Come Up. It's the Seal Slim model, I believe. Haven't had to use it yet, and I don't really hope to. This has a wireless remote as well as a wired remote, so you're never going to get stuck. I also installed some quad projector LED headlights from Freedom Outfitters. As you can see here, these are super bright and pretty easy to aim because they're, projector headlights. The cutoff shield has got to be aimed, but they have trouble keeping aimed. So they kind of, if you're going off road, they kind of bounce around a little bit and can get out of whack. I don't know if I'm not aiming them right, but they kind of get out of whack. And here I changed these to clear daytime running light housings. They were amber or this orange color before, and I just thought clear would look better. So moving on, this is the incredibly dirty engine bay. I don't know how it got like this. Definitely didn't drive through a bunch of puddles. So starting off, we have a secondary battery here. And this is completely isolated from the original battery, the normal, startup battery, but still charges off of the alternator using this dual battery manager from Ironman 4x4, and that was incredibly easy to install. So you can, completely drain this battery and still be able to start up the car, which is very nice. This battery tray and the washer bottle relocator are both from Slee Off-Road. And here we have a circuit breaker, so I can completely cut power coming out of this secondary battery whenever I want. I gotta go into the engine bay, but you just press that button and it cuts the power, and that's a 60 amp circuit breaker, I think. So what else? I have a S-Pod Bantam X that allows me to control all the lighting or any 12 volt output that I want to switch using a touchscreen or my phone using Bluetooth. You'll see that in a minute once we go to the inside of the vehicle. So moving on to kind of the side of the vehicle here, we deleted the fender flares and kind of bondoed over the holes. We just kind of like the look of that better. There's no real advantage to doing that other than that we think it looks better. Then coming down here, the truck is sitting on 16x8 Vision 351 flow wheels, and those are wrapped in 33-inch Falcon AT4W tires. So this is a 285/75/16 setup. We also took the running boards off to get some added clearance. There's nowhere to step here now, but it does actually add quite a bit of clearance. So this is the Prinsu roof rack for the 80 series Land Cruiser, and I opted to get the 40-inch light bar that's kind of integrated into the thing itself. And this light bar is also controlled by the touchscreen light control system, which we'll go see now. Moving on to the interior here, I installed a 6.8-inch Pioneer touchscreen here. It has wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. And moving up here, I have the touchscreen for the S-Pod Bantam X system. As you can see, If I touch this button, the lights turn on in there, and I'll flicker them a little bit so you can kind of see. It's very responsive. I love it. Moving down here, I installed a Cobra CB radio. Pretty much as simple as it comes. Got a little plasticky thing here. Moving down here, I installed dual USB A and C fast chargers, and the same thing in the rear. And I also installed an additional cigarette lighter so you can charge all your stuff throughout the whole vehicle. All of these, the chargers, the CB radio, and the additional cigarette lighter are all running off of a fuse box, which is located under the console here. And that fuse box, which controls everything, is switched by a little switch here. For the rear bumper, I went with the Descent Off-Road High Clearance bumper for the 80 series. I opted for the driver's side spare tire mount and the passenger side Overland panels, to which I have a full spare, so that's the same thing as is on all four on the rest of the car. And then on the Overland panels, I just have a 20-liter jerry can. So to access the rear of the car, all you gotta do is this little push and pull, open it open. Same thing over here on this side, right here, and you're open. Coming over here, there's a little table. You just rotate this, open it up, and you have a little table for cooking if you're camping or whatever. This has been a brief overview of my 1994 80 series Land Cruiser. Obviously this isn't all that's gone into it. I've ran into a ton of problems and had to do all the wiring from scratch because of that light controller. But it all paid off. This has survived the sand dunes and the salt flats and a lot of off-roading so far. And hopefully we'll get to take it on many more trips. Many thanks to my dad who did all of the Bondo and paint work on the entire car. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.